Flowers for Algernon, the smartest way to break your own heart. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're talking about Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes, a novel that starts off feeling wholesome, inspirational and faintly educational, then quietly walks you into emotional traffic. If you have ever thought, I would love a story that gently dissembles my soul whilst teaching me ethics, psychology, and the social cruelty of everyday life, then congratulations, this is your book. Let's get into it. The premise that sounds almost nice. We begin with Charlie Gordon, an adult man with an intellectual disability who works in a bakery and attends night classes because he desperately wants to be smart. Not rich, not famous, just smart. The man sets the most modest self-improvement goal in literary history and still ends up emotionally obliterated. Charlie is chosen for an experimental brain operation designed to increase intelligence. The procedure has already worked on a lab mouse called Algernon, which is both adorable and a massive red flag. If a story opens with, "We tried it on a mouse first," maybe do not sign the consent form. The novel is told through Charlie's progress reports. At the start, his spelling is phonetic, his thoughts are simple, and his optimism is painfully sincere. He wants friends, he wants to learn, he wants people to like him, which means you already know something terrible is coming, because literature does not reward that kind of purity. Becoming a genius, the worst upgrade ever. The surgery works. Charlie's intelligence skyrockets. His writing becomes sophisticated, analytical, even arrogant. He starts reading advanced texts, mastering languages, and solving problems that leave scientists blinking like confused goldfish. So far, so good, except not good at all. Because as Charlie becomes smarter, he also becomes aware. And awareness, it turns out, is a bit of a design flaw in the human experience. He realizes that his co-workers at the bakery were not laughing with him, they were laughing at him. Those friendly jokes were mockery. Those smiles were not kindness. They were the social equivalent of patting a dog that does not know it is the punchline. Imagine gaining intelligence and unlocking a hidden folder labelled "all the times you were humiliated." That is Charlie's new superpower. Intelligence does not come with happiness included. Charlie believed being smart would make him accepted. Instead, it isolates him in a completely new way. Before, people dismissed him. Now, they are threatened by him. Progress. He grows distant from the scientists who operated on him because he quickly surpasses them. Nothing ruins a professional relationship faster than your former test subject becoming the smartest person in the room and also quietly judging your methodology. He also struggles with Alice Keenan, his teacher and love interest. Emotionally, Charlie is still catching up, while intellectually, he is sprinting ahead. He can discuss complex theories, but panics when actual feelings get involved. It is the ultimate demonstration that IQ and emotional maturity are not bundled together. The novel makes one thing painfully clear. Intelligence does not automatically grant social skills, confidence, or joy. Sometimes it just gives you better vocabulary for your loneliness. The progress reports emotional damage in real time. The structure of the book is genius in the most cruel way possible. We are not watching Charlie change from the outside. We are inside his head the whole time. His language evolves as he grows smarter. His thoughts become layered and self-aware. Then later, when things start to go wrong, the language slowly unravels again, and you feel it. Every simplified sentence is like watching a light flicker in a room you have grown attached to. This is not a story that tells you something sad happened. It makes you experience the mental shift word by word. It is like being emotionally mugged by grammar. The ethics of "we did it for science." Let us talk about the scientists. They are not cartoon villains. They are worse. They are realistic. Dr. Strauss is sympathetic. Professor Nimur is proud and defensive. Both are deeply invested in the success of the experiment. Charlie, unfortunately, is also part of the experiment, which complicates things. Did Charlie really understand the risks at the start? Not fully. That is kind of the problem. The novel raises uncomfortable questions about consent, ambition, and how easily a person can become a stepping stone in someone else's career. It is a reminder that scientific breakthroughs look very different from the inside of the lab and the inside of the person whose brain you just rearranged. Algernon, the mouse, tiny, furry harbinger of doom. Algernon is not just a mouse. He is a symbol with whiskers. His rapid learning mirrors Charlie's rise. His later decline is the literary equivalent of a siren going off in the distance while everyone pretends not to hear it. When Algernon begins to deteriorate, the mood of the story shifts from hope to dread. Charlie understands exactly what is coming, which might be the cruelest part. He is smart enough to predict his own tragedy in advance. That is not intelligence as a gift. That is intelligence at a front row seat in your own downfall. Identity. Who are you if your mind changes? One of the most powerful questions in the book is whether Charlie is the same person throughout his transformation. Is he the bakery worker who loved simple jokes? The intellectual who looks down on people he had once admired? The frightened man watching as his abilities slip away? The novel suggests identity is not fixed. It is built from memory, awareness, and emotional context. When Charlie begins to lose his intelligence, he is not just forgetting facts. He is losing the hard-won understanding of himself. That is what makes the ending so devastating. It is not just decline. It is the erasure of the knowledge that he ever changed at all. Why this book still hits so hard? Flowers for Algernon endures because it forces empathy. You do not just observe Charlie. You live inside his perspective. You feel the hope, the pride, the humiliation, the fear. It also quietly dismantles the idea that a person's worth is tied to intelligence. Charlie is kind, determined, and sincere at every stage of his life. The tragedy is that the world treated him that way. Final thoughts. Flowers for Algernon is not just a story about becoming smart. It is a story about becoming aware and the heavy cost that can come with that awareness. It is funny in places, warm in others, and then suddenly it's emotionally standing on your chest, asking if you have reconsidered how you treat other people lately. Read it if you want a powerful character study, a sharp ethical exploration, and a reminder that kindness matters more than IQ points. Just maybe do not read it on a day where you are hoping to feel emotionally stable. You have been warned.